You're tuning in to the Bueno Power Hour podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Bueno Power Hour podcast. I'm your host, Arthur Bueno, and I'm going to introduce to you...
Jen?
It's already a disaster already. Cheers. Yeah, so we're actually drinking tea. So this segment we're going to be calling Food and Stuff, and it's been something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. But, I don't know, maybe because I haven't been able to sort of figure out what we would talk about. And we're here now talking about something that we had experienced last week, and it's our vacation. And so on this segment, it's not going to be something we'll be able to do like every other week or whatever. Probably like every once in a while when we have sort of, some things to talk about regarding food and the places where we've eaten. And this is sort of a subject that I think Jen is a lot more comfortable with, just because we talk about food all the time. And in fact, she's actually the one that's helped me kind of understand sort of the idea of what food should taste like and how you should prep it and how you should cook it and try to explore things. Welcome, Kitty. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's Saturday. Our first weekend back from vacation. Relaxing, caught up on sleep. It's good.
So, as I'm trying to adjust some of the microphones here, you probably have to speak closely to the mic. But yeah, the words. This is sort of a first sort of step as to how we could make this segment of the podcast better, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I guess we should just start on kind of a topic that I've been wanting to actually talk about since we've got here, and which was our vacation. And I know that it's been a while since I had posted up an episode, and if anybody has been listening in, this is one of the reasons why we kind of prepped for this moment. This vacation for about a couple of months. My younger brother had, and the whole family had given us a gift to fly out to California and back to go see them and to hang out and whatnot. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and sort of like talk about kind of like the landing, right from the jump, when we landed in San Francisco. What was the first thing that we ate?
Of course, In-N-Out. Duh, that's the first thing you do when you land on the West Coast. Fight me.
Right. So people don't from the East Coast don't really know about In-N-Out, and may have there may have been some folks that had wanted to try out the burger, but man, I mean, I think one of my favorite things on In-N-Out is I think French fries. The French fries is like crispy but soft.
So here's the thing. The first time I had In-N-Out was years ago. I was so disappointed with the fries because I didn't get it. I was like, why does everyone like these fries? And then I remember coming back home and I was telling my brother, I was like, yo, those fries suck. I mean, the burger was great. The fries suck. He's like, did you get it animal style? I'm like, what's animal style? So you should have got it animal style. So I went to go look up what animal style is. I was like, I should have got it animal style. Now I know. Right. Animal style fries all the way.
All right.
Well done, too. Get them well done.
Absolutely. And I think that, like, when you get them animal style, and if people don't know what animal style fries is, essentially it's just French fries that are topped with Thousand Island sauce.
And grilled onions.
Now, I mean, it's a secret sauce that that In-N-Out had conjured up like it's their own like specific recipe that we don't know about. I mean, you can't just necessarily dump 1,000 Island sauce and grill it. I mean, like it has to be to make it taste like In-N-Out. There's a certain like ingredient in there that I don't know. I can't really figure out. I mean,
it's like McDonald's Mac sauce, Big Mac sauce.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's also essentially Thousand Island, but they also put something else in there that gives it that signature taste. So In-N-Out does the same thing. They put something in there that tastes In-N-Out. I mean, like, how else can you explain it?
Right.
You can also get the animal style on your double on your burgers. Fantastic. However, this time I tried a protein style burger. Protein style is no buns, wrapped in lettuce, and I got an extra lettuce. And honestly, I kind of like it better than the animal style burger.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's just because like the sauce itself is already heavy as it is. I mean, you're thinking like, if you've had 1,000 Island dressing, you know what I'm saying, and you put it on a salad, like it makes you feel kind of heavy, For me, I mean, the only thing I can really eat in In-N-Out is really the animal style fries and the animal style grilled cheese.
Neapolitan milkshake too.
And a Neapolitan milkshake. But that's just like, I don't know. I remember when the first time I had like In-N-Out, and I never remember, guys, like I came into In-N-Out as a vegetarian and still am. So being able to have, just a little bit of choices to have vegetarian food was, it's kind of surprising, especially at the time. I think my first In-N-Out burger was in 2006 or 2005. But that was kind of, that was a long time ago, and I can only get grilled cheese. But someone told me to get animal style grilled cheese. That was fucking amazing, man. So we definitely had did that up. Like right when my brother like picked us up, him and his fiance, we actually just went straight to In-N-Out and just like got some grub because we were hungry. I mean, what did we have in the plane? We had like what?
Cheez-Its or cookies.
Or fucking, did we have corn nuts?
No, I got corn nuts the next day on the drive back from Dixon to your Lemoore.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because like, I mean, when you're in the plane, we were in the plane for about a good like 7 or 8.
7-8 hours. We had breakfast though.
What did we eat?
We had 2 steam. You had 2 steam buns. I had 1 steam bun, and you had something else.
It was probably coffee.
Coffee. I thought we had something else, but I can't remember.
Yeah, man, I don't remember because I didn't cook anything. That was the goal. Was just to have like something so minimal just to keep our stomachs.
It might have just been steam buns then.
Yeah, or actually no.
No, I thought you did cook something. We had eggs, didn't we?
I think we did.
You made an egg omelet.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Do you want any steamed buns?"
Yeah. Because what the whole point was to actually feel full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not have to like worry about eating and shit. And well, we did end up eating in the airplane.
Yeah, we went to when we landed in Detroit. Shout out to Detroit though; they have a really nice airport. Surprisingly. Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me and Jen because we, the weather has changed and so our throats are kind of like not clear. Yeah,
but shout out to Detroit's airport. I mean, I was very shocked at how nice it was.
Yeah, the structure, like they had actually their own train
inside
the airport
to get to one end to the other.
Yeah, didn't we have like a sandwich or something like that?
I had a sandwich, but you had some pretty good mac and cheese.
So this joint in the airport in Detroit, we were hungry. I mean, like how long could you last on just like just having scrambled eggs or just an egg omelet and steamed buns alone? And not me, and especially the amount of calories that me and Jen burn. Like we get hungry pretty quick. We both go to the gym. That's another story. But we had this. I had this mac and cheese. And what was different about this is that they used the penne pasta. and I don't know what kind of cheese sauce that they used, but it was so thick. You know what I mean?
Gooey.
And gooey. It made it really, really, really decadent. You know what I'm saying?
It almost felt like it was just American cheese they put on there. It had that gooey texture of American cheese.
Right. Or like Velveeta.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even be surprised if they said it was Velveeta.
I'm almost afraid it is, you know what I mean? That's funny. But you know, my take most of the time with airplane food or like airport food has always just been like mediocre. But I would have to give that mac and cheese like out of 5, maybe like a good 4.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It was
pretty good, right?
It's not the Fat Cat mac and cheese,
No.
but it's pretty good.
Yeah, we definitely. If you guys ever hang out or reside in Boston and have not tried the mac and cheese Fat Cat joint, fucking amazing, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. But anyway, so when we landed, we had actually landed in SFO, got the burgers over at In-N-Out, you know what I mean? And we headed out to Dixon's where my sister was, she resides at with her husband. First thing Jen got was just like a nice shot.
A shot of tequila. I don't even like tequila, but since I was a guest and they were offering me and, I got to make a good impressions on them, I took the shot.
Right.
It wasn't bad. It went down smooth, surprisingly.
Yeah. What kind of like alcohol? Oh, I mean, it was tequila, but what was the brand?
I don't remember the brand. It wasn't anything like Patron or like cheap like Jose Cuervo. It was some brand that your sister got, and it was actually pretty smooth. Mm-hmm. Because most of the time I drink tequila, I can't swallow it because it's just too many bad memories of Vegas. That's all I have to say.
And I mean, I don't drink anymore, so like I wouldn't even. I had to kind of have to live through Jen on the alcohol front, to be honest. But that, I mean, that's kind of. She can hold down her like alcohol better than I could ever. I'm pretty sure, because when I used to drink, it was just give me like 2 beers and I'm good. But yeah, we had those. She had those tequila shots, and we ended up going into a Mexican restaurant. Like right, it was in a Davis.
Yeah, it was near Davis.
Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
I don't know, because your sister was bickering with Gus about which place to go to for carne asada fries.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And it was my fault really, because I was just like, they kept asking me, "What do you want to do while you're here?" And I was like, "Oh, I got it. Carne asada fries. Thanks, Steven."
Yeah. And our buddy Steven is big on carne asada fries, and he used to live in Cali back then. I'm sure he ate a lot of that shit when he was out there in San Diego. Yeah, I was in San Diego, I think. I don't remember. But so we went to some joint. I forgot what it was called in Davis. I don't remember the name of it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would, and for a Mexican joint, it was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of what we ate the whole week.
It had a really big menu.
Yeah.
That menu was very extensive.
Yeah. Like it's actually the same ingredients in different shapes.
No, it had more varieties than Taco Bell. Because your sister and your brother, your sister-in-law, your soon-to-be sister-in-law, get that correct, and your brother got something like ceviche. It was really good.
Their ceviche, I think, because they had a vegetarian version of it, right?
No.
No, they didn't have it.
No.
Maybe I'm just like thinking of like the Cora
Yeah,
ceviche.
probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Or the joint that we had over with Jocelyn when we went to New York.
Yeah. Something Piro, I don't know. Starts with a P. Pico Pico?
I think it's Pico Pico.
I don't remember.
I don't either. But moving on. We had, what did you end up having? Because I only was able to get just a burrito.
Oh, I got some tacos. I got one. I think I got one. I got 2 tacos. One al pastor and one carne asada.
What's al pastor?
It's a pork that's been marinated and it's on that meat spinning thingy. And slowly cooked.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
The
like
spit?
the thing where it's on a stick and it just rotates around very slowly as it's cooking. Like the layer of meats, I don't know the actual name for it. And then as it cooks, it doesn't take long for it to cook. And then they just like scrape it down with a knife.
Oh, so you're just basically shaving like a layer.
Okay. It's layer.
Does that this? I guess it's called the spit. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but does that kind of like sort of take out all like the grease or the oil that's
I mean like essentially when you're like, because it's layered on slices of pork over pork, all the juices are just going on each other. So it's really juicy.
Oh, okay.
As it's cooking.
Okay.
So it's like absorbing its own juices.
Okay.
It's like when you rotisserie chicken and they put potatoes on the bottom so the potatoes can catch all the chicken juices.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I never knew that was actually a thing.
Some places it is.
That's fucking cool, man. So yeah, I guess on the spit, or they just shaved off the meat and they just put it on your tacos. Now, like, I know that you're, experienced with the tortilla front. I mean, how would you rate their tortillas?
I mean, I feel like you can't get bad fresh tortillas in California.
Really?
I don't think so. They always taste fresh.
Yeah, that's kind of true, huh?
I mean, they always, I don't know, because they always grilled them or whatever. They always taste fresh.
The burrito that I had was pretty decent. I mean, it was just a regular veggie burrito with lettuce and tomatoes and stuff. And, we had some pretty, I mean, that was a pretty good night, just a good start. And to sort of like see how the week was going to go with food. Because remember, guys, like, we were seeking out Mexican food, try to eat as much In-N-Out as we can. And, everything else was like a bonus, So for us, we got done with that. It was pretty good. Fell asleep at my sister's joint, and then fucking in the morning, man. I didn't realize, like, since I've been like drinking like all this tea and all this coffee, but man, instant coffee fucking sucks, dude.
I think that, but the next morning it wasn't instant coffee. It was actually real coffee your sister had.
Yeah.
Okay. That your mom brewed.
Okay, so she actually brewed it.
Yeah.
So that coffee, I don't know what it was with that coffee. I mean, it was brewed strong, but maybe that's just me. But I got a chance, and I don't get a chance to kind of like feel cold mornings like in California. Obviously, living here in Connecticut, but goddamn, dude, like having like a cup of coffee and be able to sit in the back and just play guitar was probably my best. Like that was like a good morning for me. I've always enjoyed shit like that. Can't do that so much here in Connecticut for some reason, because Connecticut's like, maybe because of the locations I used to live at, but it was cool. But yeah, I mean, I stand on instant coffee. I think that shit's gross.
Yeah, because after that, when we went back to your the little brother's house in your mom's, your mom started giving us instant coffee.
Yeah, that was the grossest thing I ever had, man. I think it was Folgers too.
Yeah, it had a red label. I'm not sure what it was, but
the jingle is like, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's fucking not, man.
I mean, what's that other crappy coffee? Maxwell or something like that?
Yeah, I think Maxwell's a lot better than Folgers.
You think so?
I think so. I think I had good Maxwell coffee, But I digress. Anyway, and we continued on our kind of journey for more food. And we actually went to this breakfast joint in, I think it was Sacramento. Sacramento
the Waffle Experience.
Was it called the Waffle Experience? I didn't know that was
because your sister wanted to bring us to this other joint, and I was like, "Did you make sure it was like bacon and something?" And did you make sure there was a vegetarian option for your brother?
And she said no.
Of course, she goes, "Damn it, Arthur!" I was like, "Yep, I have to do that every time."
Yeah. My diet is sort of it's a limitation for most of the places that we eat, but I try to give Jen the benefit of the doubt and allow her to go places, or have her try to go places that at least have French fries. So this joint's called the Waffle
Experience.
Now, mind you, I'm a waffle guy. Just fucking waffles are so good. If you're ever at the Gathering here in Connecticut in Manchester, like, no, that's not the Gathering. The Gathering is chocolate chip pancakes. I'm sorry. Well, what was a waffle joint that we had that was like really good around here?
I don't think I never really order waffles.
Well, I'll get back to you guys on that on that front.
We know where a really good pancake spot is, obviously. The Gathering in Manchester.
We can still talk about that later, but yeah. So the waffle experience, it was certainly an experience. I mean, when we got seated pretty quickly and had some pretty good service. They're very attentive. Now, again, I'm a vegetarian, but the option of having a pork belly as a side.
Oh my God. I think every restaurant should ask me if I wanted a side of pork belly with my food. Because that was like so good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, man. I'm sure it was. I was pretty impressed. Cause like that thick piece, like it was served nice too.
It was funny. They were like, "Do you want potatoes, bacon, or side of pork belly?" I'm like, "A side of pork belly, of course." I mean, like, you tell me there's a difference between the bacon and the pork belly? Oh, I'm gonna get the pork belly.
Jesus Christ! And that was the thing that I kind of was like. Surprised about, you know what I mean? When they actually served the tots, I think it was tater tots that I got. It wasn't
the home fries.
It was a home fry, right? It looked like tater tots. I don't know, or maybe that's what I'm imagining it. But they served it in a cup,
mason jar,
right? And had like scallions on top of it. I think.
Yeah, it was cooked properly.
It was
had
cooked
like
really well.
Either scallion or chives, probably chives.
Yeah.
And rosemary, I think, on it.
Yeah.
They were cooked pretty well.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that, it was certainly an experience, like having like waffles as like the base of like the bread, the thing that would actually crunch or smash together.
You should tell them what you ordered.
So like a Beyond Burger.
I thought it was an Impossible Burger. Wasn't it?
It was an Impossible Burger, but it had like, I don't remember the specifically the ingredients, because I don't know if it had like.
It had arugula,
tomatoes,
no cheese, because we kept complaining about there was no cheese on it.
Yeah.
Arugula, tomato, and then your waffle was like rosemary something on it.
Yeah. It was something that, it had some sort of rosemary like thing going on with it. But the problem with waffles, right, especially so their burger is like shit's tall. I mean, goddamn, like this thing I could barely like fit my whole mouth into it. You know what I'm saying? So for me to grab the fucking thing and actually put it in my mouth was like kind of taxing. Like it just was like.
It was sloppy.
It was sloppy. And that kind of ruined the experience for me.
And it was a little dry because it was missing cheese or like a syrup or something to go with it. Because the waffle was really dry.
It was dry.
And everything else, it was like dry on dry. No, I mean, like, great. It was like a nice sandwich. It looked nice and everything. It's just a little dry. It needed like something else on it. Like a syrup or cheese or... Because a plant-based burger it's not going to be as juicy as an actual burger.
Which people need to understand, like a plant-based burger, and depending on how you cook it, I've had some pretty good like plant-based burgers that, was really juicy and stuff, but not this one. It was really dry, unfortunately. So what did you have? What was your plate?
I had the berries and waffles. It had the lemon curd on the bottom of the plate.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was like the best part of it was the lemon curd on the plate. And the waffles and then the berries and it was very basic. I was being basic that day.
Yeah, but that curd though was like a lime
everything.
sauce.
No, it was lemon.
It was a lemon sauce.
It was a lemon curd.
Fuck, dude, that shit was so good. That was one of my favorites, and it trumped what I was eating that day. That's for sure.
It still needed syrup though. I don't know why they just didn't want to give you like a side of syrup to go with the waffle. Like, yeah, great. I had like creme fraiche and like berries and a waffle and a lemon curd. I said, but I could still use some syrup because your waffles are a little dry. I mean, I love crispy waffles, but I need a side of syrup to go with it. You know, like I want that crunch, that sweetness, that.
Yeah. I think that if they had, I think the batter could have been a little bit lighter too. Like I do like a light battered waffle because it's like very fluffy and stuff, you know. So if they had a batter where when they crunch that, you know, when they put it in between all those like ingredients of that light battered waffle, that would have been amazing. But man, I mean, that was pretty much what we finished. We finished our run in that area. It was in Davis or Sacramento area. So we were out, and we were on our way to we're on our way back to Lemoore. And so for most of you guys don't know, Lemoore, California is a really small place.
Cowtown,
agriculture city. But you know, in this trip, it was not so bad. It was actually okay. There was actually stuff to do, fortunately, you know, in the time we were there. In fact, like, you know, there's some pretty decent joints like in Fresno, and especially in Visalia. Did we end up trying to go eat out the same day we came back? Like when we came to Lemoore, when we arrived in Lemoore, did we want to go to Visalia to go and eat some food, or was that another day?
I think when we came back, we went to get Thai food.
But it was the Quesadilla Gorilla, right?
No, that was the day we came back.
Okay.
From Dixon.
So that was the same day. So
that
we were, yeah,
day. Remember Love was still with us, and then she said she was going back to Fresno.
Oh, that's right, because that was on a Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, that was right. Okay. So,
because we were trying to get Thai food, and I don't even know that guy at the Thai restaurant.
Yeah. So we made the trek to go to Visalia. Visalia is about maybe good 25 minutes away from Lemoore. And you guys are gonna understand that California, when it comes to driving to locations, it's very spread out. You might as well like create a playlist and just get that groove on. You're gonna be on the road for a while. So we had arrived in Visalia, looking for some Thai food, and Eldon and Lara had wanted to try out this joint that they know about, and the person that was operating the house. It was just only one person, but he was giving us some like bullshit excuse that like it's gonna take him 45 minutes to cook our plate. Now, I'm not an expert on like Thai cuisine or any kind of Asian cuisine, but by talking to Jen about it, it doesn't really take that long to cook that food, right?
I mean, for every Thai restaurant I've been to, and I've been to quite a few, the food comes out really fast. They like have it down to a T of what they're adding to it. I don't know what it is. Just every Thai place I've ever been, I never had to wait very long for food to come out.
It's really strange. I just never understood that. But we ended up going to this one joint called the Quesadilla Gorilla. Gorilla Quesadilla. Quesadilla Gorilla. I don't know.
Gorilla Quesadilla?
Gorilla Quesadilla?
I don't know. It has a gorilla on the front. That's all you need to know. There's a gorilla on the front and it's quesadillas. I'm sure you Google that and say California, you'll get that place.
Absolutely. Because it's a chain, right? I think it is.
I don't think it's a big chain, but I think there's more than one place.
Right.
Because I think Love said there was another one somewhere else, probably in Fresno.
I think it is in Fresno, but I goddamn guys, let me tell you something. Like in Fresno or in Visalia, I never really discovered any kind of joint, like food joint, being really good. I remember having falafel for the very first time over in Visalia. That was years ago. But this joint, guys, I can't fucking believe it. It was so good. And
you think quesadillas, very basic, simple, it's not going to wow you, but this place wowed us. I was very shocked at how good it was.
So the Quesadilla Gorilla, I'm going to call it that for now. I might be wrong. So they have actually their specialty is making, a quesadilla, but this is not your basic cheese or like chicken and cheese. Some of these they have like, specialty like quesadilla, fixings. For me, I was actually more interested in being able to customize my order. Now, what was cool about this is that they actually supply to vegans, which is really cool because they had the option for soy riso, vegan cheese, and whatever like kind of sauce, like an avocado. I think it was an avocado sauce or whatever, or like tomatoes or whatever ingredients, like some sort of salsa.
Yeah, there was a few sauces you could choose from. You could choose up to 2, and they had like cilantro, creme fraiche, something like that, like tomatillo, salsa verde. There's so many different ones.
Yeah. Well, what did you order? Because I know that I had the soy riso version of it, and it was really, really fucking delicious.
I can't remember the name of it, but I chose one of their signature ones, which had the chili verde, and it was really good. It was very juicy and sloppy. That the second time we went there, I decided to eat it with a fork and knife because I didn't want to get messy again with it. Because I was like eating like a pig in front of your family.
That's something that I keep forgetting, that we like to eat fast. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe there'll be a point where I want to like actually savor the taste, but I just like to like shove stuff in my mouth. Pause.
Like what was that YouTube that your brother showed us?
I don't remember.
It was like Matt Stoney or something like that.
Yeah.
The eater was a competitor eater.
Yeah, that has his own YouTube channel
has his own
about
YouTube
it.
Channel. Yeah. So I swear they have the same build and they eat like the same way, but Arthur just doesn't eat as much as he does.
No, I don't. That was actually like, it was kind of surprising because the first thing that I said to everybody when we were all watching it, we were actually gathered in the living room watching this dude just eat. The first thing I said to him was like, damn, I look like that? I look like that? I shouldn't do that, but I still do. But yeah, we actually had a second helping of a quesadilla, gorilla quesadilla. I don't fucking know the damn name, but like we had a second helping of it as our last meal before we left. We had departed, and that was actually a good meal, man. I mean, even on the second time around, it still tasted good, like it was the first.
I mean, even your mom like really wanted it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, your mom was all about it.
We had to actually get her a to-go because she didn't want to come with us to eat. And the joint is not a sit-inside style. It's more of an outside joint, like a shack of some sort. And, places like that should be that way sometimes. You don't need to have like an exquisite, like, looking, like, joint to have, like, seating or whatever. I mean, the fucking thing can just be, like, get it and go, And which essentially what it is. It's just a fucking quesadilla, right? But holy fuck, like that was really, 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 really good.
Oh, and when Eldon got the Nutella banana quesadilla.
Yeah, I forgot they had like a dessert style too. And my brother has a sweet tooth. He does like sugary stuff. And so we ended up having that like and that was Sunday.
That was Sunday.
That was a Sunday.
And then we went to bubble tea.
Yeah. Did we do that the same day?
Yes, we did because we did it to Target afterwards.
We had Tiger Tea. This joint in Hanford, California. We had Tiger Tea. We had boba. They were just introducing the jellies, right? That day, yeah. So we actually were able to get it that day because they didn't have that in the menu. And shout outs to Tiger Tea in Hanford for taking care of us because they really made our drinks like really, really, really good. We definitely loved it. Yeah, that was just Sunday. We had already like stuffed ourselves like full. And then on Monday, we ended up kind of just resting and just chilling out.
Well, your mom made breakfast for us.
Yeah. So let's just cut to the chase here. Fried rice in the morning is so bad. But it's so fucking good, dude. It's so amazing. She made this fried rice.
No, she did. She didn't make us breakfast that day. We went on a walk with her.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Pause. Rewind.
Right. Well, let's just say that we had pretty much fried rice for breakfast almost every day that week. The morning we had a walk with my mom, and my mom she can walk, dude. Our pace was like 3 miles per hour. Her shit was like 10.
I actually got a blister on my foot from walking
Oh
with her.
my god, dude, my legs were fucking killing me, man. But we ended up staying in that day. Like, yeah, we had a break.
Well, yeah,
after,
we
like,
went to the swap meet. That's where we got food.
and that was that Monday? That was
That was the same
Monday.
day,
That was the
yeah.
same day, right? So the swap meets, if you guys don't know, swap meets in Hanford or just in the Central Valley in general are pretty fire, you know. Just because of the food trucks. And so, Jen never went to a real, like, Mexican swap meet, you know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
No,
I
right?
didn't know what to expect.
Right. And this was, like, her first time. And this is actually exciting because this is sort of like what I was actually, what I, grew up with. Grew up going to these joints to go and buy, like, crappy stuff, Well, I can't say it was crappy because, some of that stuff is really useful. You know what I mean? Well, we entered in my mom. We were with my mom. God damn, Mom. Like, you know how to eat. You know how to eat some good stuff. So we were at this, like, taco truck in Swap Meet.
A specific one, because there was like a whole bunch of taco trucks serving, I swear, the same stuff. But your mom was adamant that this was the best one.
Sure. Yeah. She was actually, Jen's actually right. And so what did she eat? It was like a soup.
It was a soup. I don't know what kind of soup it was, but it was some soup that your mom really
It was
wanted.
like a barrio soup or something. I don't know.
It was some red soup. It was red. It was just something she really wanted. And so I got 3 tacos from that truck. Again, I got an al pastor, carnitas, and lingua. And if you don't know what lingua is, it is cow tongue.
Yeah, people are kind of disgusted with lingua.
Or beef tongue, actually.
Yeah, beef tongue.
Yeah, I mean, lingua melts in your mouth. If they make it right, melts in your mouth. It was so good you wouldn't even know it was tongue.
Did they have to, like, boil it, or did they
Yeah,
have
you
to?
probably have to cook it down a very long time to get it
Oh,
melt in your mouth.
to melt in your mouth.
This is very chewy.
Okay.
I mean, it's your tongue.
yeah,
It's
that
a
would be
muscle.
that's a muscle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a muscle.
yeah, most muscle type food.
It requires to cook down a long.
Yeah, for a long time. Maybe about a good, like, 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
like, give or take. Well, I mean, obviously I couldn't have shit, but man, one thing that we looked forward to during this trip was at least getting elotes. And if you guys don't know what elotes is, you're missing out, man, because it's like a mayo. They put in, like,
It's Mexican corn.
Mexican corn. It's Mexican corn. It's like mayo, cheese. I don't think it's like a specific cheese that they
Cojito
use.
cheese, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's like the Mexican Parmesan cheese.
Yeah. And then whatever spice that they put on
Kanye.
there. Yeah. Kanye or cayenne?
Cayenne, sorry.
Kanye.
I always think of him when I'm thinking of
Kanye was a spice, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cayenne.
Kanye spice.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne
Yeah,
pepper.
it's corn on cob, just Mexican style.
Which was good. Like, it was so good. And the person that was, like, in charge of the corn, like, cooking made that shit
Oh my
fire.
god, when he showed us the spray bottle for the
The
lime
lime?
juice, that was like
That was
genius.
That was fucking
It was
genius.
literally a spray bottle you would use to, like, clean windows and stuff like that, where they cleaned it out and just put lemon juice in it and they just sprayed the corn with it.
Right. It's really smart because it actually, like, it
Coats
hit
everything.
Yeah, it coats the corn, and I never really thought of it like that. If we really wanted some lime on your food, just get a spray bottle full of lime juice and just boom, you set, you're set to go.
Like, it was just like blew my mind and he started doing that.
And he did a good 3 to 4 squeezes, I think, on the corn, and man, it was just so nice. It tasted kind of refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways because of it. I had churros, goddammit. I had churros.
You're never gonna find churros around here in the corner for $2.
For $2.
Even churros at freaking Disneyland is like $9 for one.
Yeah.
These were $2. Fresh, hot. Just lady at a corner just selling churros.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was from a fucking hot box. You know what I mean? I had like 3 or 4 helpings of a churro, and from different locations in the swap meet, and they were hot both times. I was you know when you eat something, you go, that's exactly what the fuck happened. I actually had to like blow on it and eat it, and it go it was so hot and sweet and good. And that was our trip over in swap meet. We didn't really buy anything. I had Jen try out the chili pops, and she wasn't down with it.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, the mango chili pops. Those are a childhood.
Just like a lollipop that was tossed in like sand that's from the sea and shit. Like it was like just like seawater, and like not down.
Oh fuck! It's so good, man. I used to love eating that stuff. That was one of my favorites, actually. But we had that, and then like we came back home and we rested. It was pretty.
Oh yeah, your mom made food.
You made food too.
I made food. Well, I made your food.
Yeah, you made my food.
His own mom can make food for him.
Yeah. So we actually went to Foods Co. In Hanford, and it's been a while since I've been there. We had gathered up some ingredients and such. So Mom decided to make Jen and the family kare-kare. You know, it's a Filipino dish. She bought oxtail, right? Mm-hmm. She bought the oxtail. What was
the other one that was kind of like sinigang, but not. It wasn't sour like it.
No.
It was like a beef stew.
Yeah, it was some sort of beef stew. I can't remember at the top of my head, but you know, Jen actually made some sort of like egg. It was an egg, like kind of
egg
like
and tomato
like sauce.
Fried eggs and tomato.
Yeah.
And different cabbage.
Right.
Oh, your mom made the fried rice.
She made that was the saga, the first installment of the saga of fried rice we ate.
The garlic fried rice.
Yes, and it was good. It was so amazing. The thing is that like we had the dinner and it was good, right? It was delicious. What was your take on the two dishes that my mom made?
I mean, essentially it was boiled meat. I love boiled meat. My mom makes boiled meat all the time. It was like almost like a stew, but more brothy than a stew because it wasn't like thick. And yeah, I mean, like it was good. Whatever, I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I understand it. Like you get your oxtail and your beef or whatever and dip it in some of that shrimp.
It was a shrimp paste,
shrimp
yeah,
paste.
because it's very salty, right? Because
that's
the
what
meat
gives the flavor because it's boiled meat, so you need something to dip it
Right.
with. It's essentially like if you guys have Vietnamese cooking, we have the fish sauce with the chilies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that's what we use it to dip with boiled meat.
Right.
So it's like their version of it.
Kare-kare has always been a bland. It's always been a bland like food. So with the addition of the shrimp paste is what gives the flavor out from that boiled meat. And you're saying that the oxtail should have been cooked a little bit longer?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like, it takes a long time to get that thing to, like, melt in your mouth, to shred.
Yeah.
And it needed to cook longer.
Yeah.
That's all. In fact, honestly, it should have been cooked the beginning of the morning till dinner.
Yeah.
It just didn't have enough time to cook down.
Yeah. Because she just, right from the rip, just decided to make kare-kare in this other dish that's like the cousin of sinigang, basically. So we had that night. And I think we had ice cream.
Superior Dairy.
Superior Dairy, right? Fucking Superior Dairy, dude. Superior Dairy is the pivotal ice cream spot in the Central Valley. Been there for many years. I think like the early 1900s or something. I could be wrong. Could be definitely wrong. I don't remember. So this specific ice cream, they like make like a fucking like mountain. Like it's like a monolith of
Honestly,
ice cream.
I think about Rugrats when they go mini golfing and what that Sunday.
Yeah.
That thing was huge.
Yeah, that's actually a good description. If you ever seen that episode of the ice of Rugrats when they actually went to
Play mini golf. They were promised ice cream, but first they had to go through the mini golf because their dads were in competition of trying to beat each other.
I don't know who won though on that episode.
They both got one hole in one at the end.
Oh, and they just bought everybody ice cream.
Yeah,
is that what it was?
Because the kids, the babies, were inside the model of the ice cream sundae because they got to it and they like realized it wasn't a real ice cream sundae, so they went inside and they realized the place was rigged.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
impossible to get hole in one. So what they did, they rearranged it for it so everyone would get a hole in one in it.
Oh yeah, and you get free ice cream.
cream,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Hole in one. Yeah,
Right,
remember?
right. And everybody started getting free ice cream.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow. That was a good episode too. Fuck. Jen made a really good like description of what that size of the ice cream is like. It's huge.
You could cover it in front of your face.
Yes.
You can't even see your head.
It was huge. It was huge as fuck, dude. But that's essentially what was so good about it was that it's because it was so big. Now, I got a chance to meet see my brother Christopher, my oldest brother, his wife, and his daughter, and it was just me and Jen, our best friend Oliver, and then my brother and his fiance Eldon and Lara. We all. Me and
off.
Jen and Eldon and Lara ate all our ice cream while Oliver and Team Christopher failed. They failed, man. Like you should have saw it. Like they only scraped the sides. You know what I'm saying?
Ollie was close. Ollie was close, but it was a one-man team. And,
Okay.
And the flavor he chose, I would have been sick of that flavor.
Yeah,
really
it was
fast.
really
Rich
like
and
decadent.
sweet. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. It was like butter pecan or whatever, something like that. And then it was really rich that I couldn't eat a lot of. So I understand why he tapped out.
And I can already feel like the sugar like just in my veins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh.
After that, you just didn't want
fuck.
ice cream afterwards ever for the next week or so. And I don't think we did have any ice cream. No, well, milkshakes, but not like
That was
real
an
ice
in
cream.
and out though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were already tapped out with with any kind of dairy like kind of food like that for the rest of the trip. I don't think we had any desserts. No, actually we had
No,
tofu.
donuts.
We had
Tofu pudding, donuts,
and
egg tarts.
Egg tarts. Fuck. We did a lot. And that was just only Monday. Yeah, that was Monday.
That was Monday.
It was Monday. And so Tuesday, I decided to take Jen out to Fresno. And I took her to like, you know, one of the pivotal spots when I was living there was the Tower District. When the Tower District had high top coffee. I'm just gonna run this kind of through because it wasn't really all that except for one joint before we went to one of my best friends good friends location. So we had high top coffee, had that coffee, showed her like, you know, the
Oh, your
old
mom made
haunts.
breakfast for us that morning.
Yeah, so she made fried rice, pancakes, and eggs
Bacon.
and bacon.
That was breakfast for the next 4 days.
Yes. Fuck, dude. I didn't realize how full we were, dude. But, you know, she doesn't get to cook like that for her son and, like, you know, his girlfriend, you know, his loved one. And so she was so happy to see us, you know what I mean? So she had to, like, make us breakfast. So basically we went to High Top Coffee. It's this new joint in Fresno that replaced another coffee joint that closed down, unfortunately. It was like slow brewed coffee back then. Took her there, went to a couple of places after that, and then I took her to get I promised her dirty burritos. Now, if you guys ever get a chance to check out Robertitos, I recommend you guys do so. I mean, people will like think otherwise, like this is like not the pivotal spot for Mexican food. It was my spot for Mexican food, at least one of them. And just because it used to be a joint that I used to go to in high school, I had actually friends who would take me, like, you know, from Lemoore, and would just drive all the way to Fresno to go to Robertitos just to get burritos. It was fucking fantastic the time I had it. So I had my veggie burrito there. They actually were able to put French fries. And that, I was looking forward to that. I loved French fries in my burrito. That's always been my thing. Now, Jen, fuck. We had this, like, carne asada fry
The second
plate
time I ordered carne asada fries.
with, like, and they just fucking dumped cheese on top of it. It was amazing, dude. It was insanely amazing. And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. But other than that, I mean, took her there, we went to go to the Fulton 1418, and then you got a tattoo, dude.
I did get a tattoo.
And,
Only because you were like, I wonder if my friend's available. I wonder if she's working at the tattoo parlor. And
No.
I was like, I'll get a tattoo. If she needs
Yeah. I think it was just like I would want to get a tattoo here, and I go, I think I have a friend that
Not
could.
even that. You were just talking about your friend who's a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'll get a tattoo if she wants to do it.
And she did. She actually made time for us, which was cool. It was pretty cool. We had made that tattoo. She got that tattoo, and it was of
a palm tree.
a fucking palm tree.
I had to bring California home with me.
Silhouette of a palm tree. And this is only Tuesday, guys. Fucking unbelievable. So Tuesday, we came back in the afternoon, and we had then we had rested. Did we eat anything that night?
Is that when we had Thai food?
Yeah. That was when we had Thai food. The Thai food in Lemoore wasn't all that great.
No. But it was cool because it used to be a gas station that turned to a Thai place. Well, it was something else, a pho place, and then it turned to a Thai place.
Yeah. The workers there weren't very enthusiastic about what they were cooking, and they knew of like the demographics.
I will say that tofu was good though, the fried tofu, because it looked like they used the air fryer.
Oh yeah. Because it wasn't greasy.
No, it was literally it was used the air fryer, and I never thought about frying tofu in the air fryer, and it looks. And if that's what it was pretty good.
It was
crispy
delicious.
and good.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, that joint wasn't all that. I mean, but it was a good kind of place to kind of hang out with my brother and his fiance, just to eat. And I think we closed out that night. After that, we had coffee and then.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what the chick with the blindfold.
There were some folks that were just doing this like study, right? They were doing like an experiment where they would blindfold their friend for a class. And
no, they had to like choose a sense to not have or something like that, and that girl chose sight, so I guess she was blindfolded for the whole day.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad, dude. Why? You know what I mean? Like, why? It made any sense? But I had like there was a situation that happened. Like one of them like spilt the drink, and then like their friends left her alone.
Because your sister-in-law knew her, and they went to go hug, and the drink spilled.
Thankfully,
it dropped on the floor, and then they like left their friend who was blindfolded, and your brother was like, "Oh God, I can't watch this." And so your brother started talking to her to make her feel comfortable because this girl can't see, and so we all made her comfortable. That's when you did your. You want to talk about boys? Oh,
yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, that was just only Tuesday, man. Yeah, we had coffee and we kind of stayed up a little bit. Wednesday, I don't know what we ended up doing. Beach. We did go to Pismo Beach. Like all this is kind of starting to like come back to me as we talk about it, which is kind of nice. Pismo Beach is a really good place to kind of go to hang out and just chill. We didn't really have good food there. I'm not. I
mean, no.
The tacos for you were pretty good.
I had the fish tacos was good, and then people were claimed by the clam chowder, and you're talking to a person who's from New England all their lives, and you're talking about clam chowder. No, we named clam chowder as New England clam chowder. So you have a very like you really need to like impress me on this.
Right.
And so I got the clam chowder. It was alright. It was a little salty to me, but I didn't get loaded like the rest of everyone else. And if you get it loaded, you actually get lobster, extra clams, cheese. It's almost like a baked potato, but plus with lobster and extra clams.
Right.
So you get like the cheese, you get the chives, you get the yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and the bread bowl. You get it loaded on a bread bowl. That's what it was. Okay. So it looks really good.
Did you get tacos that day?
Yeah, I got the ahi tuna tacos that they I guess it was the favorite of the place, and it was really good. I got Baja style, so it makes it spicy. It was really good.
It was good. So we actually spent the day over there in Cali, not in Cali, we spent a week in Cali, but spent a day in Pismo. What else did we end up eating after that? I don't remember.
Where did we go? In-N-Out.
We went to In-N-Out.
We had In-N-Out, yeah.
We had In-N-Out again.
And that's when I got the protein style.
Oh, we had In-N-Out again.
Double, and extra lettuce.
Yeah, I just had my grilled cheese animal style with animal style fries because we did that because the next day we were actually going to head out to the Bay Area.
Yep.
Now this is when we got a little serious with the food, like this, I think at least, because the food joints that we went to were pretty high end, and we had to wait for Oliver on Thursday morning. We actually left at like around 10 or 11.
And we went to Frutti de Casa.
Casa de Fruta, right? Frutti de Casa.
That's what I like to call it.
Right.
But it's Casa de Fruta.
Casa de Fruta is actually a location in Gilroy where, they just sell fruits.
Yeah, it's like a fruit stand that sells a bunch of fruits, and they also dry their own fruits. They have a bunch of jerky. They have a bunch of nuts.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. It's a really cool pit stop.
It is really cool. And they have actually, last time I never knew that they had a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, the 24-hour joint that's next door.
Which is cool. Like that's actually really smart. And for Frutti de Casa to have something like that.
It's an inside joke, guys, though.
Yeah. Trust me. You can tell that we had a great time, man. We did, but we headed out. We were en route to the Bay Area. We were in San Francisco, and before we went to Santa Clara, which is next to San Jose, and we went to a joint that was showcased by Ugly Delicious. If you guys ever seen that Netflix show,
Isn't that even only Ugly Delicious? It's like if you ever follow any Asian person Instagram that lives in the West Coast, they go by they love this place.
And which one was called?
Ding Tai Fung.
Ding Tai Fung.
And they are known for their
Soup
xiao long bao, which is soup dumplings. And if you never had a soup dumpling, it's literally exactly how it sounds. It's a dumpling filled with soup.
So Jen, this is what it was a pivotal like part of the journey. Being on vacation was to actually have her try out this joint, and I must say it was impressive, man. It was one of the most impressive like restaurants because
it was a higher end Asian restaurant, and so the service was on point. It was at this ritzy mall that we felt out of place because we just didn't. It just looked like it was for rich people.
Right. Like you had to spend $5,000 on something there.
Like there was valet parking. It was like $8 for valet parking. When we found a parking in like 5 minutes, and people were actually using valet parking, so it was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Very ritzy.
Very ritzy.
So what was the things we were eating? Because I know that we had. I mean, obviously for me, I had like more of the vegetarian plates. We had we had a spinach garlic dish there.
Yeah, we had sauteed spinach. We had sauteed spinach. We had the green beans, the garlic green beans.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. And then we got you some vegetable dumplings.
Yeah, and then we also had some. Did we have like some sort of lo mein or like some sort of noodle?
Possibly, I don't remember.
That was probably in Fong Lounge.
Hong Lounge.
Fong.
See, this is why I say Fruit at the Casa, because everyone kept messing up all the Chinese ones. Ali kept messing up Ding Tai Fung as in Fong Tai Ding. Like he just kept messing up that place.
Oh shit, dude.
Ding Tai Fung. So Ali was with us, so me and Ali tried the soup dumplings. We got the original soup dumpling, and we got the seafood dumpling, the seafood. And you know what? I forgot to mention that as soon as you walk into this place, you actually see people making dumplings right in front of you. They're just there. That's their job, making dumplings like crazy. And so yeah, soup dumplings. How they make it is they make it like a regular dumpling, except they filled it with a stuffing, and they also put like a frozen soup gelatin. So they make soup and they freeze it. So obviously for it to freeze, it has to be kind of fatty.
Yeah.
So it's like a gelatinous kind of jelly looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you stuff that inside the dumpling. And when you steam it, it'll become soup inside.
I wonder if you can like probably create like sort of like an ice, like a vegetarian style of that. But you have to have some sort of gelatin.
Not even gelatin. It just needs fat.
Okay.
That's how it freezes up like that.
Okay, some sort of like fat that will allow it to freeze up properly, and you can probably make it. So I'm pretty sure that it's doable for like a vegetarian.
I'm sure
or
it
vegan.
is. It's just it probably is really wet, so you have to find something that's not so wet because the vegetable is very wet as it is.
Absolutely. Fuck, dude, but that's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So and how you eat it is you actually take the dumpling, put it on your spoon, you like kind of nip it like kind of bite it a little hole. So
Like if you're biting somebody's nipple. You know what I mean?
You just gotta make a hole, and so the steam comes out and let the juice actually flow out into your spoon.
Yeah.
And then you can dip your dumpling into the vinegar, soy sauce, ginger sauce they teach you how to make.
Yeah.
And then you drink the soup on your spoon and you eat the dumpling, and it's amazing. It's really good. It's and this place is known for it, like this, and it's a chain really because it's all over the West Coast. And like I said, every Asian that's on social media, they always talk about Din Tai Fung. There's always someone that's out there is talking about it. It's probably one of the most loved, soup dumpling places for people to have access to.
Well, because the menu was actually a lot easier to kind of comprehend. Because
you're not afraid to go in there and not thinking that they're not gonna understand you or anything. No, it's very like, and it's kind of being biased and whatever, being racist too. It's when people deter yourself from going to like authentic Asian restaurants because they're afraid that they can't read the menu or whatever, or they can't understand you in English. But I mean, Din Tai Fung makes you feel comfortable,
right? And I think that's what's cool about the joint itself, because it actually welcomes folks to they kind of get introduced on a new type of like food that is not really popular here in the States yet.
I mean, it's getting there. It starts popping up. Even pops here in Connecticut. Like, what was that place? Nummy?
Yeah, that was okay, though.
Yeah, but it had a soup dumpling.
Yeah.
So they're showing it up on the menu. And obviously you can get some in Chinatown, New York. Like, the real stuff.
Yeah.
And but Din Tai Fung is one of the better known places for it. And you can eat a lot of them. Trust me, they give you like 6 in a basket. But you could definitely stack it up and eat a lot more.
Like 12
and there was like a truffle one. This truffle soup dumpling, oh my god, it was like $25, and me and Oliver were like, yeah, no. Oh, but we did try the dessert. We had the red bean soup dumpling.
That one was really good.
It was a red bean mochi soup dumpling.
Yeah, that one was really good.
It was a dumpling that used the mochi skin texture, and it was filled with red bean. It was really good.
Yeah. And that right there, that was actually a great experience, like, being able to spend all that money for this type of, like, food.
Yeah, it was definitely on the higher price of spending money.
Yeah.
Especially for Chinese food.
Yeah. And so we finished dinner. That was actually our dinner that night, or lunch.
No, it was like
lunch.
a brunch.
Lunch, right?
Late lunch.
Brunch.
It was like 3 o'clock. It was like 3 o'clock when we went there.
Damn, dude, our timelines are kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. My job was to find parking before we were heading out to the hotel in downtown San Francisco. And we actually ended up parking at Daly City. And this is actually the first time this is the first time Jen actually went to the BART station train when she actually visited there a while back. And the impression of it wasn't very good at all, because first of all, we arrived there, right? I mean, it was Gucci in the beginning, right? We got in there, it was seated, it was a lot of room, no rush. But goddamn, like, someone fucked up. Okay, someone fucked up and like made the BART station tray like
run
a train,
behind.
like run have a delay. There was a delay.
A huge delay.
It was a huge fucking delay.
I remember asking Ollie, like, how long does this normally take? He's like, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes. It's like past 30 minutes. I'm like, why is this taking so long? You're not impressing me right now. Like, why is this taking so long?
And that's what I mean. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Are you serious? And so we headed out to I think Embarcadero Street. What was the name of it? Bossonaries. In
It was
Barcenero?
the first of us fucking up words. 'Cause
Right.
I was reading the station name and it was a very long name and I still don't know how to pronounce it. I was like, Embarcadero.
Embarcadero? Oh my god. And we actually arrived there a little bit around maybe 5 o'clock or so. Yeah, around 4 or 5.
And then, from then on, everything picked up.
Yeah.
We got
It
to
really
the
did.
hotel. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency.
We
Or
went
the
to a
Reg-
suite.
Regency Hyatt, whatever. It's right across from that pier?
Oh, it's like a fisherman's wharf.
Yeah, Fisherman's Wharf. Like, we had a great view of it. And when I was checking in, they actually upgraded our room to the junior suite. So that was a plus. And, yeah, we had a perfect view of the Fisherman Wharf.
Dude, and it was cool. Like, there was actually a view of like one of the parts of the view that we had. It was actually like shown in like one of the levels in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I don't remember what game it was. I don't know if it was the first or second game, but
It was the
pretty tough.
first one because it was San Francisco in the first one.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was like
I think it was a mission, like something you had to like grind the valve or the pipe or something like that.
that was a good game, man.
It was.
I wish I knew how to play that well.
Um,
But yeah, Jen's right. Like it started picking up, and we got upgraded to a suite. It was a great view. We chilled out for a little bit until we just suited up and actually went out and hung around like the city, man. Did we end up? We ended up walking around.
before we dressing up and stuff.
Yeah.
We walked around because we wanted to see
We want to
the
get
tea shop.
Yeah, the
was
tea
open.
shop. It wasn't open. I was really upset because I thought they closed
For good.
for good. No one told me, but they didn't, thankfully. And so we actually just walked around, hung out, got some like cheap coffee over in downtown San Francisco. Then kind of made
Oh, we
our
went to the Japanese store
Daiso,
which is like the Japanese dollar store.
right? Because it was on Market Street. We were making our trek back because we hit up the downtown area. We had like drank a little bit of coffee, chilled out for a little bit, and made our way to the Market Street. Went to Daiso, Japan, and I got my supervisor her gift. By the way, she loves it.
Good. Dang. That's
She
why
loved it.
once I saw it, I was like, we have to go in here, even though it was like close to closing time for them. It was like half an hour before they were gonna close. I said, but no, we got to go in there because it's like, so they're known for having really cheap things, but their stuff actually really work and are actually really durable.
Yeah, they actually last for a while too, which is actually good. And, it's good for people who are students who need like something in a pinch. You know what I mean? They have like gadgets to like charge your phones and stuff. I believe like tools.
Yeah,
actually
they have like
tools.
everything you can think of, but just cheap.
Stuff.
Yeah, just cheap stuff. It's
Yeah.
like the miscellaneous crap.
Yeah.
The things you didn't know you needed until you went in there. You're like, oh wait, I do need this. I do need that. It's fun to go in there.
Absolutely. I loved it. So it was cool. Got that gift from my supervisor. We went back to the hotel and we actually got suited up a little bit, casual suit up. And we went to this joint over in the Mission District. We got an Uber driver to take us there. What was it called?
Delfina.
Delfina's. I don't remember what part of like the Mission District it is, but when we arrived there, it was very like familiar. I was like, man, I've been around this joint for like a while ago. I don't know why this looks familiar. It was actually the first time, and I did it before, but this was actually the first time I had somebody else's spicy pasta. You know what I mean? It was really good.
Yeah, they were known for their spaghetti. Like if you go to the Yelp reviews, everyone says to get the spaghetti because they're really known for it.
Yeah,
that's what Arthur got.
And I got that. It was a spicy sauce. It was really delicious. What do you got? Like some sort of like
I got the clam linguine.
clams. Was that even good?
It was good. I prefer little neck clams. They used a different kind of clam, which was okay.
Okay.
A little more sandy, if you like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I like little neck clams on my linguine.
It's crazy how it makes a difference. Like certain clams, man, whether if they had like a lot of sand or not. I never knew that. Never
It's
did.
just how they, gathered.
Gathered it. We ended up going to get some drinks, or they did at least. I think I had a mocktail.
Yeah, we went to the Alchemist.
Yeah. Had a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, that's right. We got you the diet alcoholic beer.
Yeah, which was pretty good. I miss it. I miss like drinking. It was good. Had that, and then we went to this last place that was next to
Novella.
our joint, Novella, and Oliver had like fucking sweet potato. We had sweet potato.
No.
fries
We went to
and-
We went to no. That's after Novella.
Oh, okay.
We drank that in another place. Remember?
Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
we went to Novella to get more drinks, and I forgot what I had. Oh, I had it. I remember the name of the drinks were based off books, and I got the Ophelia. That's what it was.
Okay, I remember now. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that now. So
Yeah.
that was basically it was like ode to like whatever author in their books.
Oh
they
yeah,
had,
old
right?
books and stuff like
Yeah.
that, characters or whatever. And then we went to Louis for late night eats.
Oliver had that nasty like
Pastrami egg roll,
That looked so gross, dude. It looked really gross.
and we got sweet potato fries.
And which was okay. It was pretty good. But we ended our night with that, and the next day we had the chance to actually try out a joint in Chinatown called Lai Hong. I'm sorry, Lai Hong Lounge.
This is why we kept messing up words.
Yeah, Lai Hong Lounge. Okay, guys, I apologize for the mispronunciation. Don't kill me.
So, the reason we went to get dim sum is because Ali never had real experience in dim sum, and I can't, like, I had dim sum and I know how to order dim sum in Chinese and everything. The only problem was I didn't know how to order for Arthur when it comes to like the actual traditional dim sum places where they push the carts and everything, because I don't know how to ask if it's vegetarian or does it have meat or anything like that. I don't know how to ask that for them. I only know how to pick the food that I want. So I had to make sure we ate at a place where they actually gave you a menu, a picture and stuff like that. But I knew what to get on those menus.
Right.
So we went to Lai Hong Lounge, which I didn't even realize I went there before. When I was there 3 years ago, it just hit me as soon as we walked into it. I was like, wait, I did walk into the here. So I'm back at this place where I didn't even realize I ate there before. And I'm picking out all these dishes. I'm thinking, like, so when you go and eat dim sum, there's some stuff you need to essentially order. You have to get the shrimp roll.
Okay.
And then you also have to get the fried donut roll, noodle roll, which is vegetarian. That's why I got it for Arthur. I'm not a fan of it. Me and my family is not a fan of it. So it's not something that me and my family orders, but I ordered it for Arthur. And Ali loved it. He loved it more than the shrimp noodle. So when you're out there, you need to get the fried donut noodle roll.
Right.
You have to get shrimp dumpling. You have to get the chicken feet. I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds gross. And it's a lot of bones, but you have to try it. Ali, his only complaint was it's just too many bones, but I love the flavor. I love the taste. I love the texture and everything.
Right.
Like, it's just something you have to try. Like, I don't know what it is with Chinese people, some Asian people. We just love working for our food. We just love eating skin and tendons. That's like our favorite thing. Chewing on things and like skin and
Sure.
all the fatty stuff. You need to get that. You need to get tofu pudding. That is definitely a dessert you need to try. And Ali, we blew Ali's mind with that, because I was just like, and it was the funniest thing too. It was the last item on our menu, on our list of what we ordered, and it took forever to get that. I had to finally ask the waiter, like, "Where's our tofu pudding?"
Right.
And when it finally came out, it blew his mind.
It was hot.
Yes.
It was hot, or it was warm. At least
it was warm. The best tofu pudding is got to be warm or too hot.
Right.
And tofu pudding is basically soaking tofu. We're talking about really soft tofu. Like, you don't have to chew at all. Like, honestly, this is like old people dessert. Like, when I was younger and I used to eat dim sum all the time, I used to thought that was the grossest thing, because all you saw was adults slurping it up like a vacuum. Like, I was like, ew, why would you want to eat that? And then as I got older and actually tried it, I was like, this is why everyone wants to eat it, right? It's definitely an old person dessert, because you don't have to chew. You don't need teeth for it. So it's the silken tofu, where you add like a ginger sugar syrup on top of it to make it sweet. And it's like It's just so good.
Yeah,
it like
yeah, yeah.
melts in your mouth. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's silky.
Yeah.
It's firmer than pudding.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little texture, but you still have to chew.
Right.
It's just like a little.
It's probably one of the strangest, but one of the best like things I've eaten in a long time, and especially with the ginger syrup. That was actually I think that was the first time I actually had tofu pudding. I think that is. I think it was. I'm not so sure if I ever had tofu pudding like that, or just any kind of tofu pudding. Period.
I thought that we had it at the Chinese wedding. Not a Chinese wedding. My cousin's baby shower thingy.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the first time you had it.
I think that's the first time I had it, but not like that. So they had the tofu pudding in a bowl, and then on the side was the ginger syrup.
Yep.
And so what Jen did for us, me and Oliver, is she scooped up some of that, tofu pudding in a bowl for us, and then, did a couple of spoonfuls of syrup into it, mixed it for us, and then we tried it. Amazing. It was probably one of my favorite.
Here we are sucking it up like vacuums.
Right. Fucking so dumb.
I definitely get egg tarts. You need to get egg tarts. Where I guess if you guys ever had a Portuguese cheese tart, egg tart, or something like that, I guess they're kind of similar to the same thing. The only difference is usually the dim sum one, they don't have like that burnt texture on top. It's more flakier.
Yeah.
It's really good, to be honest. It's like, it's one of those things you gotta try.
I don't know what it is with Asian pastries, man. The game of Asian pastries is pretty fantastic. I've always liked Asian pastries, and that egg tart was good.
Yeah, it was still warm.
That's what it was. It was warm. And that's the realization right after when we left that restaurant that Jen had eaten there like a couple years back.
I think the mistake people do at dim sum places, if you're not familiar with the items, is they order all the buns. And to be honest, that's how you get really full really fast.
Yeah.
So my rule of thumb is really don't order all the buns. Like I don't really even order the buns. I don't even care for them.
Right.
I always just order dumplings. Everything, all the little small stuff you can have.
Yeah.
The buns will get you full. I don't even get the sticky rice. Sticky rice will keep you really full.
So we left that joint. And we actually were able to go to Vital Tea Leaf. Now this is a spot that Jen has been on before, Oliver as well too, and myself. But what was special about this is that one of the owners actually was able to see me there because I actually created a relationship with him. And if you ever go to Vital Tea Leaf, Vital Tea Leaf is located in Grant Street at Chinatown. And what they do is they have you test teas. And this is what sort of helped me to kind of like get an understanding of why tea is so important now. The flavoring, the types, what's the benefits for them for. You know what I'm saying? It's really good. And so we had dropped like $140 fucking on that.
That's a discounted price.
Yeah, because it was actually close to $200 for everything. I had a puer cake, the Blue People oolong, and then I had the Golden Horse. I don't remember which. I think it's a red tea or yellow tea. That was pretty much it for our trip. We packed up our bags and headed back to an excruciating trip back to Central Valley.
We witnessed very West Coast traffic.
Right, it was
California
bad.
traffic.
Yeah, and this is like one of her first times she actually like experienced it. It was long, and it's like I didn't realize how big of a state this fucking place is, man. We arrived. I think we went to. Did we go to the casino?
No, we went to your Chinese place.
That same day?
Mm-hmm.
We did. Fuck.
Little pecking.
Oh, God. And it's sad because, like, that was actually a nostalgic, like, place for me. But I don't know what changed. It just didn't taste the same anymore. Because I was meeting up with some friends there and had brought the pack. We brought the pack with us, And then we went to the casino right afterwards.
We did?
We did.
No, we drove separately. No, okay, so when we were going to the Chinese place, we all went into your sister-in-law's car. Eldon's and your sister-in-law car.
We went back home first.
No, wait. And then when we were leaving Little Peking, you said you're going to drive with Ollie. I didn't want to go with Ollie because it's a 2-seater car and the back seat is just so tight. I was like, let me go with your brother, your younger brother, and everyone else. And the kids, basically the younger people. We stopped at Krispy Kreme and got 2 dozen. I think we got a dozen donuts.
Yeah. And for the record, we actually had Krispy Kreme earlier that week, the same day.
When we went to Fresno. Because one of my objectives were to get a warm Krispy Kreme donut. I have never had a warm Krispy Kreme donut.
And she still hasn't.
And yeah, I still can't. Apparently, you have to get there before 10 in the morning. Because the Krispy Kreme donut that was here near me closed down, and I never got the chance to get a warm donut again.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, because they're more known in the West than it is for us, for over here in the East Coast. I said I need to get a Krispy Kreme donut, a warm Krispy Kreme donut, and we still didn't get it. But I got a dozen donuts. I got my fill of donuts from Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. There's the cream in, but they actually went to Krispy Kreme and got you got a lemon
filled donut and a raspberry filled donut.
Yeah, we did this right after we had left Little Peking, and the reason why I'm not really talking about Little Peking as much is because it wasn't very good. It wasn't the Peking chicken was what I remembered it being, but it just didn't have the same value that I had held it to be when I was living there in Fresno. It was sad. It was really sad. It just wasn't. It wasn't good. But we did end up going to the casino. I think that night, right?
Yeah, I won a Stackers.
Yeah, you won a Funko Pop.
I won a Stackers first try.
Yeah.
And I impressed your little brother. Because I kept saying, "Yo, that's my game. Yo, that's my game." So when I got on the spot, I actually won.
Oh man, that whole night we just chilled out.
And played billiards.
Billiards. Friday night we chilled, or no, it was that was a Thursday night and a Friday.
No, Friday. That's when Friday we came back.
Yeah, we came back Friday. Yeah, Saturday.
What did we do Saturday?
I don't even fucking know.
We went to your brother's.
That's right. We went to go get J-Pot.
Yes,
and my mom made fried rice with
breakfast again. Fried rice, pancakes, and bacon and hash.
Yeah, which was good. It was good. Went to my brother's. We went to J-Pot, and J-Pot essentially was just hot pot.
Yeah, but it's not like your traditional hot pot. This is already I guess it's more like shabu shabu, and then in the sense where everything's already in the pot for you. You order they have their signature hot pots where you choose it has a soup base and it has all the fillings in there that you don't really get to choose the fillings. It's their signature of stuff. And so, traditionally hot pot is usually you order all the raw stuff outside in your soup base and you cook it.
Yeah.
Cook it in the pot. This has already been everything's already been inside the pot. It's just needs to be
that's what
it just needs to be boiled.
Shabu shabu,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It was really good. It was hella good.
Yeah. It was a really good joint. I think that was one of my favorites out of that whole week. I think the Asian food and the Mexican food was the killer. Aside from that Italian, we didn't get any California pizza, by the way, because I was gonna be.
I still want to try me and Ed's.
We're probably gonna podcast that one day, man. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah. So I don't think we're ever gonna have any me and Ed's anytime soon. Well, maybe someday. With J-Pot, we had that, and then Sunday. What did we do Sunday? We just pretty much chilled, huh?
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday, and then just hung out. I just wanted to be.
Other than quesadilla gorilla. Gorilla quesadilla. That was for dinner. What do we have? What did we do in the first half of the day?
I don't even remember, dude. Because we were just chill. We were just chilling out. I think that same night after the billiards, we actually went to go and.
So Saturday night we went back to the casino.
Yeah.
To play bowling and play pool again and stuff like that. So Sunday we had breakfast. Your mom made breakfast again. We celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
We got the cake. Yes.
Which was a lemon cake.
Yeah. It was lemon filled, but not lemon custard. It's I don't know how to explain it. It was clear.
Oh.
It was like a concentrated lemon kind of filling.
But it was good.
It was not like yellow like you get like
Yeah.
lemon tarts and shit like that.
No, it was good.
It was like a lemon flavored one.
It was good. And then
What did we do that day? I feel like we did something else.
I think it was just like video games.
Oh, we went to the mall.
That was not a good mall.
Yeah, your dying mall to go look at that game shop.
Hanford Mall was bad.
We went to the mall and we went to the comic book shop. We went back to Tiger Tea to get some boba tea.
And then we ended it.
And then we came back and we called Ali to come over. We played Smash and stuff like that. And then we went to Quesadilla Gorilla.
That was his first time having that too.
That was his first time having it.
And that was our final meal.
That was our final meal. It wasn't In-N-Out, surprisingly.
We left at
Oh, we had Jack in the Box Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was another thing I had to cross off my list was the crappy. I had to get tacos from Jack in the Box.
What was your impression about that?
Really gross and crappy. Like, I understand. I get it. No, I absolutely get it. But if it was before 1 o'clock in the morning, I would definitely go to Taco Bell over Jack in the Box. But if it was like after 1 in the morning and Taco Bell's already closed, then yes, I understand Jack in the Box in that sense to get those tacos. Because those tacos are pretty gross. But if I was really drunk and it was like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, I wouldn't want those tacos.
Yeah. That was the shit, man.
Yeah,
like I used to love eating that
fucking
garbage.
shitty ass tacos.
Yeah, it was garbage. You see, kids, like, did you hear like the kind of food that we ate the whole week? Most of it was Mexican or Mexican based. It was amazing. So we actually flew out that morning. We took a nap that night on Sunday after Oliver left. We packed and stuff, just made sure, and we brought a couple of treats. Before we actually left, it was on Sunday, we actually went into a couple of places to go get some junk food. So we had corn nuts. Remember that? Like, we had bought corn nuts.
Yeah, because, what was it? The Sunday when we were driving from Dixon to Lemoore, we stopped at a gas station. And I went in to get a drink. And I saw these corn nuts. I love corn nuts. I normally that's not something I would buy at a gas station, but I bought these particular corn nuts because the flavor of it was, what was it? Spicy picante. No, it was like picante. What was it?
You're close. You're close.
Like 8 bags of it.
Right, you're close. It was like spicy picante con limon.
No, it was chili picante. The flavor of corn nuts was chili picante con limon.
And you can't find that
No,
here.
we cannot find that flavor here. That's definitely a West Coast flavor.
Right. We also found Flaming Hot Cheetos Puffs.
And then triple X Flaming Hot Cheetos. And then Flaming Hot Fritos.
Flaming Hot Fritos.
And then the jalapeno cheddar corn nuts.
And I was able to get my jalapeno and cream cheese taquitos at the 7-Eleven I used to eat at.
Yes.
It was fucking good, man.
And for whatever reason, every store we went to always just had 2 bags of the chili picante corn nuts. So we went to like multiple stores and
just to get the corn nuts.
Just to get the corn nuts. It was always 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a whole
Which
stack.
was really strange.
Right. And then that Monday morning when we were flying back to the airport, they stopped at the gas station to get gas. Of course, I find a whole stack of corn nuts in there.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 more from there.
Man.
Yes, I gave my brother a souvenir. It was corn nuts.
He came over and ate some. That's hilarious. Well, I'm glad he liked it. I mean, overall, I mean, like, because I think we're kind of ending this episode of the podcast. I mean, overall, I mean, what did you think about the trip? Like, what were some of your impressions of California, where I used to live at?
So I've been to the north. I've been to the south. So this is my first time being like, in central California. And it made sense why it was called the Golden State. Because when we were driving to the Bay Area, we went through the valleys and it was like just gold. It was amazing. I never even saw that. Like, I never understood why it was called the Golden State, And no, that was a nice drive. I really liked that drive. The drive back stunk. It was horrible. But the drive there was nice.
Yeah,
it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. And that's kind of what I missed I mean, like Jen never had seen like landscapes like that. Even like towards Pismo, the land is just like all yellow.
Yeah,
like there's no green.
it's just so free. It's almost looking like, it almost felt like you're in Africa. Just patches of green trees that was on these golden hills.
Yeah. She kept referencing GTA 5 too, because like we have like
he lived, like that area is just like where Travis is in GTA 5.
Yeah.
The rednecker. The redneck.
Yeah.
It's desert. It's moo-moos, cows everywhere. It's very agriculture. It's nice because when you go to like the Bay Area, you go to Los Angeles or anything, you see the city. You see a lot of buildings and stuff. So the difference was we didn't see that many buildings. So when the sun went down, you saw the sunset. You saw how vast everything was.
Yeah, right.
There was no buildings, up. It was cool.
Yeah, there's not a lot of skyscrapers.
It was definitely country life.
Very, very, very country life. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. You definitely had a good time, and I'm glad that Jen decided to agree on doing this episode because, wow, we talked for quite a bit. There's a lot to talk about, and hopefully we can actually do more of these like in the future. I'm pretty sure we will. But I'm glad your impressions were really good on that. I'm really happy that I actually joined me on that and kind of discuss it because I actually wanted to talk about this like all week. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we just had work and stuff and all that.
Yeah, as soon as we came home, next day we went to work. No rest.
And we actually were able to sleep in this morning. We were just dead tired, and even one of the mornings like this week, like my eyes were just fucking puffy, dude. It was crazy. So that pretty much ends it with this episode of the podcast. How did you feel doing your first podcast?
It was fine. It was good. I liked it.
It was fun,
I thought
right?
I was gonna be a little nervous, but
no, you were totally natural.
Right questions and stuff like that. I can answer.
Yeah.
Obviously, food.
Right. Which is the segment's called Food and Stuff. I think it's a perfect segment name for it. Yeah. I mean, we can actually discuss a lot more. I'll start picking up on like some of. I'll have an actual list of what we could talk about this time. You know what I mean? So that it's a little bit more organized. But we wanted to kind of just get this out of our chest and sort of just talk about it. Before we go, was there any restaurant you wanted to try out that we couldn't get to that you want to try on round 2?
Definitely a Korean joint.
Yeah.
Any Korean joint, like Korean barbecue or like even Korean tacos or stuff like that. I think your brother said something about some Korean joint in Daly City or somewhere around there.
Oh, that we can probably check out.
Yeah, San Jose, I think maybe.
I think it's probably either San Jose or whatever.
Yeah, it was we didn't have any Korean food, and I love Korean food, so I would have liked to have tried some.
I would have wanted to go back to the off the grid thing that
I've never done that.
Yeah. And that's something that doesn't come around very often, so I would have to check that out too. And then
definitely, we should go to an event next time, some kind of event.
Aside from some swap meets or something,
like some kind of event that's happening. I think it was we were at the weird awkward week where nothing was happening. Like everything happened either before or it's gonna happen next week. Because next week was the Fresno Fair and like stuff like that.
Art Hop too.
Yeah, it's like it was a weird week that when we came, everything was either.
We were actually supposed to go this week. This was supposed to be
we were
the week.
scheduled to go a little later. Like we were supposed to go that weekend of your birthday till next week.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
But stuff happened. We weren't allowed, so we had to move the dates earlier.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, that pretty much does it for this episode of the Bueno Power Hour podcast, Fun and Stuff. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want episodes like this more often, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Arthur Bueno.
Jen.
And thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys, and peace.